perennial finals contender, who have had every team make them walk the plank. Solid scorers have been Steve Gill, Dennis Wood, Richard Geary. The rest need to have a good hard look at yourselves. You've got 9 months of pre-season to get yourself ready for next year because very, very disappointing. Because I had you earmarked for top 2 this year and you've made me look like stupidness.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Neville Richards Premier League. Getting down to the pointy end of the season. Round 13 this is, review. Round 14, the big one, the preview. Mark Hayes joined by the inimitable Matt Mill.
Hello Mark, how are you this morning?
Great, thank you. I'm sorry, I feel a bit detached from it all this weekend. A bit of a weekend away, which was off the script.
Yes, very happy birthday to you on Saturday. Big milestone of 40.
Coming up soon, 40.
Yeah, okay. I did send you a little private well-wish message in the morning. I hope all that come to fruition on the weekend for you.
Polished off nicely.
Did you? Very good.
Yeah, that was good.
But yes, we missed you. There was a few that were asking about you, where you were and etc. But yes, and it was low player numbers too, our lowest for the season. We only had 79.
Were people scared off by the forecast or the actual conditions?
I think it was the forecast more than anything, because we still had 200 on the timesheet Friday afternoon, and then in the end it only ended up being around I think it was 130. So a big drop off in numbers, and it really showed the depth of the teams here. And we did have one team that didn't even field a team,
which is not the first time that's happened, but it's disappointing.
It is, and I suppose they might have, bat and ball might be out of the cot. They might have given up for the year, saying they can't make finals. So we might get into that a little bit later on as to who didn't turn up.
I'll be interested to learn some of the reasons why.
Yes, and it's amazing, the Jamesy. Record number of Jamesies this week too.
Was it that bad, the conditions?
No, it's just that the way par is that there was only one Jamesy for the week. So for all you people that don't like par, it obviously gives you better scoring than you do in Stableford.
Are you going to make a song and dance about the Jamesy victim?
Well, there's just one, and it is a perennial winner too.
All right, let's get into it, Matty. The first match we want to discuss is two teams going completely the opposite direction. The peak is just way too good for the Hookers.
Yes, it was. And these teams had 9 players each, and as we know, we only need 8 counting scores. So they obviously 9 players gives them a game. So Peakers 256 defeated the Hookers 239, and unfortunately for the Hookers, that eliminates them from Team Survivor this year.
The last bastion of hope.
Yes. So 239 was nowhere near good enough. The Peakers, they were superbly led by 3 players, and they're probably 3 high-profile names too.
Really?
Yeah, Mr. Winchelsea. He was 35. Very
big, particularly in Birregurra, I believe.
Yeah, this guy's getting better with age. Peter DeFazio. Even he turned up on Saturday, Mark. He had 35.
It's pretty good for a 204-year-old.
Yeah, I know. And then Dale Pollock, he had 35 as well.
Dale Pollock?
Yes.
Haven't heard his name mentioned.
No, he did mention this morning that he can't believe he had that score with how bad he played. He's had a bit of a man flu. He reckons he's broke a rib. He's been coughing that much. But that's not an excuse, though. And as we can see out on the practice fairway behind us, he's up there having a swing through. So, but 35. Then we had Nipper Dodds on 33, Lloyd Shepherd 31, Alan Kerry.
Hang on. I thought you said Alan Kerry.
Yeah, Alan Kerry counted score of 30.
Well done, Alan.
Johnny Cross at 29 and Snags Finnemore 28. But for the Hookers, the best, again, Burn Boulevard and Julie Milne. They just keep doing it for the Hookers, 33 apiece. Paul Marnie had 32. Andreas Belkis, 31. He turned up.
Ooh.
Lee McMuffin, 29. My clubs obviously didn't do very well, Hazy.
No, well, I'm intrigued by all this, Matty. Is it you greeted him to the first tee? You didn't think he was coming back, obviously.
Well, he's missed the last 2, and he's the biggest one for commitment to the cause on Saturdays, and he decided to turn up, which was great. His performance was mediocre at best, but he talks in riddles. And there's no context to what he talks about.
Let's have a quick look at the turning up video on the first tee.
Hello, Roberto.
Welcome to Premier League, Lee. Nice of you to turn up this morning.
Leroy and Bigfoot. Bigfoot. I don't know what Bigfoot's going to do, but...
Oh, that's about it.
Thanks, Matthew.
You want to congratulate Mr. Marnie, do you? Come on, get in there and give him a cuddle.
Champion. Well done, mate. You are a champion, yeah? Champion.
Was that English?
So he tells me before that he wanted to shake Paul Marnie's hand because he was the one who got the hookers over the line in Survivor. He goes, I've got to meet this bloke. I've got to go and congratulate him. Carried on like a pork chop. Then he's got the opportunity and he didn't even know who he was. And then he didn't even want to do anything. So he's all piss and wind, is Lee.
So, I mean, we don't want to waste too much time on a round of 29 points. But what else did you do out on course?
Well, he sought out Sheik Reynolds on course. Just wanted to do another video. Says how he hates being videoed and he's going to take us to court and he doesn't like it. But all he is attention seeking. And as you can see by this one here, there's no relevance at all to anything.
Premier League family, Leroy here. Now, I have Bigfoot sticks. Why would he give Leroy his sticks when he's going to do this? Now, I can treat it better than you, Matthew, and thank you, Premier League family.
Well, I'm not sure. Like, we've probably seen the unedited version of that one. I'm assuming by the time everyone's seen it, that'll be sort of trimmed up a little bit.
Yes. I think the Bigfoot's lost a bit of his fur.
He's definitely lost some of his innocence.
It's a dickhead, I tell you. But anyway, James Finch, Jacob Blenner-Hassett and Mickey Samsung McNeil had 27. But the AM scoring favoured the top team, but of the 9 players that the Hookers had, 8 of them played in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was very interesting there. And the Peakers had 7. But, yeah, with 33 being your best for the Hookers, it was never going to be good enough after Flea, DeFazio and Warren Stevenson come in. But, yeah, the only hooker in the afternoon left was Mr. Back 9 himself.
Mr. Back 9?
Mr. Back 9, Dean Jeffrey. He could only manage 26 and it was victory. Dino was quite distraught after golf. He was shattered with his own game, but then also the hookers, and he decided to just drown his sorrows by this video.
Well, a crap day at golf means you got to forget about it as quickly as you can, so that's what I'm doing. Cheers, hookers.
Jeez, he's giving that a fair nudge.
Oh, he had a little 4-pack of those. I like 10 or 12%. And then he was going to try and watch the footy afterwards, the Cats, which that would have sent you to sleep anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're a North Melbourne supporter.
Good beard, though.
Yeah,
how's the beard coming
he loves it. But it was a good win for the Peakers, though. They didn't have Cogger, Jeanette Johnson, Ange Foote, Sean Boland, Tom Morgan and Rim O'Keefe. They were all missing. So good win for them.
Rim's missing. That's unlike Rim.
Yeah, not sure what he was up to. He might have been scrolling the rim at the Sporties with the Milkman, maybe.
Maybe.
More on that later.
Yeah, okay. We'll look forward to that. And we'll come also later to the ladder, but that big win for the Peakers just sets them up nicely for potentially the minor premiership.
But does it though, Mark?
Mr. Maths.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, I will be surprised. We'll see how we go. All right, the second match we want to do, Matty, is it was an important match for the bottom end of the 4, is the way it's shaping up. It was the Goblins taking on the Bullies.
Yes, Goblins got over the line 262 to 257. Goblins had 11 players. The Bullies had 10. For the Goblins, King Dick.
Big Dick,
King Dick Dixon, 35. Ray Liniger, 34. John Bowman and Andrew Whitson, 33. While 32s for David Milne, Murray Wiley, Steve Smith, and 31 for Arthur McPhee. While for the Bullies, Jerry Raviani turned some form around. He had 36, while Coop, son of Mustard McMuffin, him and Sean Rodwell had 33. David Newman, Andrew Oyle, 32. Judy Said, Rob Casey, 31. And all Portarlington player Phil Stevens had a paltry 29.
Ooh, did he play in the cart?
He did play in the cart
Do you
again.
think he's going to sort of man up and have a crack out of the
Walking, I'm not sure. I think he might be struggling physically. But one thing we had here was David Newman was a fill-in for Richard West.
Yeah.
And Richard told me before he went away that he was going to have a special payment schedule for the player. I didn't reveal this to David prior, but Richard was going to be doing $20 for the player, $10 if it was a counted score, and then an additional $10 for every point over 32.
Oh.
And David had 32.
Oh, dear.
So Richard cost you 30.
It was a great idea, though. Love the scheme.
Yeah, so he wanted to have that as there, a bit of an incentive and that. But it was a big win for the Goblins. It's pretty much snuffed out the finals aspirations for the Bullies. We'll get into that a bit later. But the Goblins were superbly led by King Dick.
What a run of form he's on.
He's in a good form. Ray Liniger wasn't happy with the video last week of the criticism, but he took it on board and took it to heart and come back with a good score. And then alongside with Andrew, Mr. Smith and Wiley, they covered the best of the AM Bullies. Now, best of the Bullies in the PM was Jerry, Rodwell, Choco, but it wasn't enough when those PM Goblins come in. Shows you what King Dick's like. He come into the shop on his way home just to see how the scoring, and he said, "How's your old man going?" And he said, "He's going all right." And I had a look, said, "Oh, yeah, he's 2 down after 9 or something." He said, "Okay, send him a message to lift."
That's good.
Yeah, so he was keen all over that. But
very good.
Yeah, good win for the Goblins. We had a little bit of an incident. Good score by John Bowman, 33.
An incident?
Yeah, went to the first tee, went to lent on his driver, ping, snapped in half.
Wow.
Yeah, new shaft.
Like Carlton.
Yeah, true. Like another player in the Premier League we'll get to with a little photo shortly again. But yeah, so good effort, Johnny, with a different style of driver to have that score.
That's very good. All right, Matty, well, that takes us to the third game. And, one of the heroic franchises in the history of the Neville Richards Premier League has to be the Pirates, but they sunk to a new low on Saturday.
They did. They couldn't even field a team. 7 players in total. What do we say? Chris James, you were the 8th, and then you pulled out at 10 o'clock in the morning. Left them sunk.
Maybe we're a little harsh on the big fella. He did have some wear and tear.
It's a good photo, that, isn't it?
Have a go at that.
Yeah, fell over pissed and hit the deck. No, I'm not casting aspersions, Chris. We're only stating the facts. But the Crusaders had 11, Pirates had 7, so it didn't matter. Crusaders had a great score, 263, while the Pirates, they get allocated 238, which is actually 1 point lower than the lowest scoring team for the round, which was generous. The Hookers. But Pirates, you don't get the weak as water for that.
No.
You didn't field a team, so you're out of that, and the Hookers obviously win the weak as water for this week. But Crusaders, Chris Noble, Scotty Hopgood, Collies Bell 29, Tony Havers 30, Donovan Hill, Lee Datson 33, Adam Shawcross, the diminutive little leprechaun Ian Lachlan had 35, and Bob Gibbs, our man who hit it into the stratosphere off the 11th last week, he had 39.
No videos on course.
No videos on course.
Look what he does.
But have a look what also happened, Hazy, with this. On the 7th hole, I get this little photo.
Oh, what's that? Sort of 5, 6, 7
5 iron apparently. Just hit a shot from the fairway and just ting, snapped in half.
Ooh.
So,
and he still managed 39.
Yeah, very strong man is young Gibbs. But yeah, he is our Travis Matthew Polo winner for this week. While the Pirates, we'll just go through their scores. There's not many of them. There's only 7, obviously. So Steve Gill, 34. Richie House, 33. Cliffy McCorkle. Johnny Poe, 32.
And it was wasted.
Yeah, wasted on that one. Justin McGrath, Manny Golfers 29, and Wendy Scuba Hub 28.
There's a lot of, on your little score sheet here in front of us, Matty, there's a lot of, obviously, horizontal picket fences.
Resembled your scorecard from last week.
Who do you think is most to blame of all those horizontal little slackers?
Yeah, well, I have gone through them here, Mark, but Sue Gregory and Sue Holland, not sure why they didn't participate. Chris James, head injury. Jeff Daniel did tell his playing partners that he was going to be off social media this week. because he doesn't want to hear anything about stuff. But Jeff, surely that's shocking.
He doesn't want to hear about Premier League on social media.
No, he doesn't. So he's banned himself. So you did get fill-ins during the year, but obviously when the Pirates not making finals, you thought, stuff it, I'm not going to bother anymore. Ken Latter maybe went out and dined with Doreen because she didn't play either. Might have done a bit of MH action on the birthday or something, maybe.
Really?
Dennis Wood, we've got a photo here of Dennis. He had a bit of surgery during the week. Played on Thursday and wasn't supposed to, and Reece opened the stitches.
He had surgery earlier in the week, played on Thursday.
Yes, and then popped the stitches and then had to get them redone again.
Oh, my goodness.
And my mother was playing with him and he sent a message to her, said, don't you pull out on Saturday, blah, 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 and then he does it. So, Dennis, get well soon. Maybe they took off that second head of yours.
Oh, nice.
Richard Geary. Maybe a little romantic weekend away with Chris, not sure. Maybe. Something like you as well. And Ando had a sore back.
A sore back? A heart-related back?
Well, could be. He's not the sternest of men, so yeah, he was there. But he did turn up at lunchtime.
With his sore back?
Yeah, came down with his child, and yeah, he was happy to have a frothy, but just couldn't play golf. But yeah, but anyway, Gibbsy, you're the star. Didn't matter because your team won anyway, so there was no pressure, so it doesn't really count. Similar with you, Lockie. Maybe you used that Happy Gilmore putter. Not sure. Remember, it's not legal, so you can't use that. But
isn't he up and about, Lockie?
Oh, mate, there's a text message you sent us.
Oh. Extraordinary.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not going to give him any airtime on that.
No, fair.
Pirates, you've got the queue in the rack. Nothing to say. The Crusaders are still an outside finals chance.
Outside. More of that soon. The last game, Matty, we want to review is the Warriors are showing a lot, to be fair. We wrote them off a little while ago based on, Julie Barker just being out of form. Yeah. But they've really hit back as a collective here and they've taken down the Tornadoes.
They have roared back into form with a 266 to 261 victory. Both teams had 11 players. The Warriors are the high-scoring team, so they win the Callaway Golf Balls again this season.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
Saying that, though, there was only one person played to the handicap in this match and he was on the losing team again. But anyway, Warriors... Biceps Evans, 35. Fill-in Gary Brooks, 34. Matt Davies, 34. Rick Edmondson had 33.
This is amazing stuff.
Rico, you are definitely not in the piss-poor team this year. He had 33. Sean Ward, 33. And Ian Flanders had 33.
Well, so Rick's definitely not in the PPP with his 33, but Flanders is a red-hot chance.
He's a Flanders chance. It's the best score he's had all year, Flanders, 33. And Jill Barker and Boxhead Madden, 32. While for the Tornadoes, Rob Moorcroft continued his form with 36. Also won the Winter Plate, so congratulations to you, Rob.
Well done.
Lynn Kirby had 34. Sheik Reynolds and Duncanson had 33. Miles and Neil Ryan, 32. Chris Dodds, 31. And Ian Davis had 30. So 30 still, Ian.
Rob Moorcroft is Papa Smurf has really got it on a string at the moment.
He has, and they lost again, the Tornadoes, and I think Rob may have preempted this by his attire on Saturday. Here I am with the champ, Moorcroft, Papa Smurf. In the black today, Robbie?
Yeah, too muddy, too wet.
Oh, is it? I thought it might have been in mourning of the Tornadoes season just being done and dusted.
I actually bought mustard pants yesterday.
Did ya?
Yes, nice pair to match me mate.
Okay, so that might be for finals.
What do you mean Tornadoes done?
Tornadoes could be done and dusted
No,
if you
we'll
lose
roll
today.
easy today. Miles is there, he's ready to go.
All right, good luck.
Oh, that's very flat after the magnificent blue ensemble.
Yeah, I know, and maybe he's gone into mourning. He's
Really?
at the start of the Tornadoes, that big Zephyr wind just becoming a light wind.
Oh.
Who knows? What's the word for that? But anyway, it was a close match, 5 points of difference. Second week in a row for the Tornadoes where Moorcroft's had the best score and they lose. He will be filthy. Although Moorcroft was in the AM and it was the best, it was neck and neck between both teams. Best for the team for the Warriors was Rico and Boxhead and Gilly, and that was enough to get the win. What do we say? 5 points. Warriors sort of cemented second place on the ladder. guaranteed finals by the looks.
I know he's a fill-in player, but I want to give a shout to Gary Brooks. He's only just come off the
Long-term injury list.
A couple of knee replacements, and here he is, really as a fill-in, 34 in a 5-point match.
Yeah, it was his third game as a fill-in. His first two were putrid. So
I wasn't going to talk about them,
Dale Scott got him probably at the right time. So I suppose if you talk about fill-ins, it would have been either him or David Newman. So even if David Newman had filled in 2 points less, they still would have won. So there was no bearing on that. But yes, the fill-in players can obviously, if they have a good score, contribute to the team.
Very nice.
Did in this way, but we mentioned one Jamesy for the whole lot.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, well,
Don't tell me. Oh,
I think you know who.
it's one of your favourites. I know that.
Shirley Bell, 24.
She's been going so well too.
Yes, I think she might have got ahead of herself just quietly.
She read the publicity from last week's video.
Yeah, and then she just come out and put in a little 24. But lucky her teammates are strong and lifting around her.
That's right.
She doesn't weigh much, so she'd be easy to carry on the team. So, you can't talk about that. But yeah, no, she 24. Very disappointing for her, but I'm sure she will fire right back up for the finals.
At you?
Yes.
All right. Well, that brings us to the ladder, Matty, and you're going to your mats because they've been proven to be very dodgy last week.
No, well, I can tell you right now that the Peakers and the Warriors are safe. They can't
tick.
They can't be eliminated out, kicked out. But if the Peakers get smashed and the Warriors do a smashing on their team, there could be a switch in percentage, but very highly unlikely in that. Goblins, Tornadoes, Crusaders. And then the Bullies have got about a 1% chance of finals.
1%?
Oh, that's it. There's too many things to go wrong.
Did you 1%?
Yeah, that's it.
Is this your maths? Wow.
That's my math.
I like it.
So the Goblins, they'll play the Crusaders this week. They win, they're in. They lose. They need the Tornadoes to lose and the Bullies to lose, and then they'll still stay in. Tornadoes play the Hookers. Win, they play finals. If they lose, they need the Goblins to win or lose big, and the Bullies win big. That makes sense?
That does make sense.
Crusaders, they have to beat the Goblins and they're in.
Yep.
Lose, they're out.
Yep.
So it's all on their clubs. The Bullies, if they lose, they're out. If they win, they need the Goblins to beat the Crusaders and the Tornadoes to lose, and then it's percentage. We'll come into it. Mm-hmm. Pirates and Hookers, you're just stuffed. You're just playing. You can affect the finals. You're playing for pride, end of season awards, straight and medal votes. You've still got those to play for. But, yeah, don't give up like Lee Mustard Pants does. Just try your best. But it's going to be an interesting final round, Mark.
It will be. The only thing that I want to make sure of on your maths is the Crusaders, because they could fall over the line by a point.
Yep.
And miss.
The Crusaders?
Yeah.
No, if they win, they're in because they'll finish on 30 and they play the Goblins.
That's true. See, my maths is dodgy.
Yeah, see, I thought about this for 6 hours on Saturday night over 35 beers. But they'll go to 30. So
that's dry for the draw. Sorry.
So, yes,
my apologies.
The Crusaders, it's all on your clubs, similar to the Goblins. So that's going to be match of the round, I think, this week.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Do we want to touch on Survivor here now?
We will. It's going to be an awesome final round, all games having some relevance. And then we have, as you mentioned, the Team Survivor final. So we have the Crusaders up against the Warriors in this. They're obviously not playing each other on the day, but it's just going to come down to whoever has the highest score will win the Survivor final. So you look at the ladder there, Mark, and you look at the points scored for both teams, and they are sort of our highest scoring teams, aren't they?
Yeah, 33-88 for the Crusaders and 33-45 for the Warriors.
So
not much to choose
from.
So
you would think they're going by scoring prowess that the Crusaders would probably start favourites, but you never know. Will they turn up?
It's amazing, the Survivor thing, how that works out. It's fascinating. Yeah. There's a good prize on the line, so make sure you turn up, do your bit for the team.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll happen anyhow.
So, Hazy, we're coming to finals.
Oh,
and I've done a little bit of research here overnight. That winning streaks,
like what the Warriors are on right now.
What the Warriors are on and what the Peakers are on. This is an interesting thing that historically through Premier League, it's hard to keep winning continuously, and then generally when they have a loss, they were losing clumps afterwards. So in 2022, the Peakers won 6 in a row.
Yep.
They won actually 8 of their first 9, didn't play in the grand final. Hookers won 4 in a row twice. The second time, the 5th game was the grand final and they lost. 23, no major streaks. 2024, Pirates won 4 in a row, then had a draw and then won their next 5. Lost the preliminary final. Peakers, 4 in a row, then lost the grand final.
Ooh.
Crusaders won the first 6 games that year, then lost 4 in a row.
Ooh.
This year, Goblins, 5 in a row, then they lost the next 2. Peakers are on a 5-game winning streak. Warriors are on a 4-game winning streak. What's going to happen the next few weeks leading to finals? Will the pressure become too much? Or is this week the loss that they have to have?
How many beers in when you discovered these statistics?
Oh, just I think you were probably 3rd time going, but I was probably 17 beers at this stage.
All right, well, let's have a look with all that in mind at the draw for the final home and away round of the Neville Richards Premier League season for 2025. Matty, the Hookers are a grave disappointment, so you put them first up here. They're going to play the Tornadoes in. Really, the Tornadoes should smash them.
They should.
And seal their finals.
Hookers 8th, Tornadoes 4th. These teams met in round 7. The Tornadoes were too strong, 256 to 243. Best for the Tornadoes were Lynn Kirby with 39, Robbie Moorcroft 34, and the bagman O'Neill 33. While leading Hookers were 15 Club Wilkins with 36, Blenner Hassett 34, and fill-in Damien Smith 32. Hookers have lost 7 of their last 9, while the Tornadoes have lost 5 of their last 7.
Wow.
Both teams could argue that they are both out of form. Exception to this is Rob Moorcroft. I reckon we mentioned before, rallying late to move into Drayton medal calculations.
He is, very much so.
Will the Hookers give up or will they try and knock the Tornadoes out of the finals? Consistent Hookers have been Julie Milne, Burn Boulevard, Jacob Blenner Hassett. Now, Jacob, last 7 games have counted for you, but the last 3 that did count were 26, 29, 27. Ooh. So a little bit concerning there.
That's unlike you, Jacob.
Yeah, Tornadoes, been relying on Moorcroft for too long. His last 5 games have been 36, 35, 34, 40, 36.
Jesus.
His last 5.
Is he off scratch yet?
No, well, Kev Hudson sort of made a little assertion that maybe him and Paul Marnie were scoring each other, and that's why Paul's been playing so well.
Oh, nice from Kevin.
Yes, that was very nice from Kevin.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Lynn Kirby, Chrissy Dodds, Rhino and Miles have been consistent. Tornado should win, but as we know, anything can happen.
Who knows? Well, the one that on paper a few weeks ago looked like a barn burner for the last rounds sort of fizzled a little bit, hadn't it? The Peakers first against the
Bullies.
sort of suddenly limp Bullies.
Yes, well, round 7 saw the Peakers droop to the Bullies this time. They lost. They lost 247 to 236. The Bullies were led by Phil Stevenson, cuz of Flanders. He had 36, and then Rodwell, Rossi Moreland were the best with 33, while the Peakers had Tommy Morgan, Nipper and Flea Pollock. The Bullies haven't won since round 8.
Wow.
5 games ago.
Jeez, and they loomed large too.
And the Peakers have won their last 5. The Bullies, we need a call to arms here. Your premiership defence is on the line. You should get Richard West back this week. Ross Moreland should be back. I think he was at the Sporties with the Milkman, which we'll have a little bit shortly on that. Hopefully Stu Anderson, who's been struggling with a back injury, and then Johnny Wooten the same. Counting scores from the Bullies have been coming from Judy Said, Raviani, Weston, Rodwell and Son of Mustard, while the Peakers have been strong and consistent all through. DeFazio, Nipper, Rim O'Keefe, Flea, Mr. Winchelsea seems to have found a bit of form. Bullies need something from Kevin Hudson. Kevin, maybe you should score Rob. Barry Doyle, you've only scored over 30 once in the last 7 games. All Port team member Phil Stevens, your last 4 games are 29, 28, 31, 29. And while the self-named No Moreland, No Bullies, you've only played once in the last 4 weeks. So, Ross, I know the weather was a little inclement on Saturday, but JJ Spawn played in that weather at the US Open and dominated. So maybe you should put your agates out there on the line for your team this week.
Wow, We've been watching, as we've been recording this, we've been watching Dale Pollock go through his paces out on the range in front of us. How do you rate his form?
No, it's no good. He actually thinks more about his swing than John Hill does with golf clubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, the next match we want to look at, Matty, is, this is a complete mismatch on paper. It's the Warriors versus the once proud Pirates.
2v7. Round 7 actually saw the Pirates spank the Warriors 214 to 216. Best for the Pirates were Richard Geary 36, Sue Holland 32, Sue Gregory 31, while Dale Scott's 31 was the best for the Warriors. He was the only one that scored 30 in that game for them.
My, how the tide has turned.
Not worthy mentioning anyone else from that game, but the Warriors were on the skids and under pressure, but they have rallied, winning their last 4. Pirates haven't won since round 8. How do we assess the game? Will the Pirates turn up, or will they just give the Warriors a saloon passage to the top 2? Warriors hope Stig McGlone and Chris Geary play this week to have them prime for the first week of the finals. Not sure about the Milkman.
Well, you've mentioned him a couple of times, Matty. He was a very notable absence on Saturday.
It was very notable. Was still down, and then at about 9:30 sent a message through to say that him and Ross wouldn't be playing. And then, lo and behold, I scroll through social media and have a look what I find.
Oh,
there he is with the lovely Sue.
Yeah, it looks pretty cosy there.
Yeah, I know. How's the jacket on it? Is that from the 1970s? It really makes him distinguished with the greyness in the beard and the hair. He was looking quite...
I reckon I saw that it was it was on Chips, I think.
Yeah.
You remember the old TV
I do remember
show?
that, but yeah, he was... Sue's so lucky to have him. But yeah, it's very disappointing, Joel, that you gave... I hope it was worth giving that up than playing for the Warriors.
Sue's lucky to have him? Or?
Oh, yeah, yes. She's very lucky.
Not the other way around?
No, she's very lucky to have him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, if you know, you know. But what do we say? What do we say about the Milkman?
I don't know what to say now.
Matt Davies, Jeff Evans, Rico on the sword, all finding form. The flange is just about finding form.
Oh.
And then he's not here this week.
Oh.
This Saturday. He's out.
Gone.
Yeah, him and Cliffy McCorkle. Cliffy, pirate, he doesn't give a shit. They're off to Flemington into the committee room.
Oh, really?
Yes. So at Flemington on Saturday, he'll be just like a pig in the trough, wouldn't he? The flange.
Oh, yeah.
He won't know. He'll just make a disgrace of himself. But he wants a fill-in. He's putting his hard-earned over. He comes into me during the week and says, I've organised a fill-in player for me. Damien Smith's going to fill in.
Oh.
I said, no, Ian, that's not the way. Flange is off 30, Damien Smith's off 5. Said, doesn't work that way anymore. So, Flange, you're going to get Smithy's old man, Robbie, who's off at 30 handicap like you. So there will be a fill-in for him this week. Pirates, I've got nothing to...
Hang on, what about Corky?
No, he won't care. No, he's giving me nothing.
Has he been off you since you called him Corky?
Yes, big time. Doesn't talk to me. Just translate by email.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not on me.
Okay.
But what do I say, Pirates? Nothing to say except extreme disappointment from a team, perennial finals contender, who have had every team make them walk the plank. Solid scorers have been Steve Gill, Dennis Wood, Richard Geary. The rest need to have a good hard look at yourselves. You've got 9 months of pre-season to get yourself ready for next year because very, very disappointing. Because I had you earmarked for top 2 this year, and you've made me look like stupidness.
Just a lot like that sentence, really. All right, well, the big match this week, Matty, it's the Goblins and the Crusaders, 3rd and 5th. This is the one that will shape the final four.
It is. Last time they met, the Goblins had an 11-point victory, 262 to 251. Arthur McPhee top scored with 39, Timu Prime 35, Bowman and Bellon 34, while Shawcross and Johnny Rose 34 were the best, while Cherie Gills 33 also was up near the top of their scoring. Goblins are back on the winners list after losing their last 2. Crusaders have won their last 2 with 4 wins and a draw in their last 6, so they're actually in good form. Crusaders have had recent counted scores from Chris Noble, Cherie Gill. She'll be back this week. She missed last week due to work commitments. Tony Havis, 29, 32, and I think he had 30 this week, didn't he?
30, yep.
Yeah. Lachlan Isbell, Datsun Shawcross always seem to score for their team. Crusaders need a little extra effort from Helen Poe. Your husband's playing a lot better now, Helen. Time for you to lift your game. Johnny Rowe. I did have Bobby Gibbs in the gun, but he saved himself with his score on Saturday. Craig Connolly, maybe you turn up for a change. You still had your name down on Saturday and then withdrew. You've missed the last 4 weeks, but then again, your form's been that abysmal. Your team hasn't missed you. Your last 5 games, you've had 27, 28, 24, 27, 32.
That's not very lemonade-y.
No, that's lost its bubbles, hasn't it?
Yeah, very flat.
Goblins have been consistent. 1 more win, finals away. Counted scores from Wiley, Dixon, Milne, Prime, Bell, but they do need a bit out of Yvette Pollock. She's feeling the pressure, I think. Dale mentioned this morning that she is feeling it big time.
Really?
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if pressure might get the better of her and she may not turn up.
No, she's better than that. She's strong. She's a very proud woman.
She hasn't had a counted score since round 9.
Oh, that's an issue.
Fran Stone hasn't had a counted score since round 8.
Who? Fran
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Since round 8. Yanni Lathuris, maybe turn up to golf. You missed on Saturday.
Was he at the Sporties?
No, he's been having 5 showers a day to try and get rid of his stench that he's got and his body odour, because all the members are starting to tell him now. So he's having like 4 or 5 showers a day apparently. So I'm not sure if that's what he was doing on Saturday, but he didn't turn up. Will round 17 see the return of the unsung, forgotten player of Premier League?
Who is that?
She's been managed by the Goblins due to injury, and Hierarchy are priming her for an appearance in the finals. It is 2-time piss-poor Portarlington team member Marion Keskinen.
Could she be back?
She's missed the season due to some significant facial injuries, which we can't joke about, but they have managed her through the season to look like making finals. She did play in the 11-hole comp on Thursday.
Did she really?
She did. Her first comp since April. She was shithouse first up. She only had 9 points in the 11-hole comp, but she might be like a good stayer. She builds into her work and then she improves 3rd or 4th up when the Goblins would be deep into finals.
Yeah.
Could this be the Cinderella story?
Oh, it would be.
Of a maligned Marion Keskinen who could return and be a major contributor in the finals for the Goblins. Wouldn't that give their team a lift?
Oh, it'd be something to do a Hollywood movie about.
Yeah, so Marion, it's all on your clubs.
All right, well, that's the preview of the big final round of the home and away season for the Neville Richards Premier League, Matty. You better just, I don't know, you better give us the rules of the finals. Yeah. Firstly, there's no fill-in players.
No fill-ins in the finals. So this coming Saturday is round 14 and that is the last time for fill-ins. So if you still are outstanding in your amounts owing, I still have about 10 people that haven't coughed up. You may have forgotten that you had organised a fill-in, so I'll touch base with you guys. But if you can just check with the Pro Shop if you have had a fill-in that you have paid. As we said, no fill-in, so it's all team against team there with the players. All the money goes to Feed Me Ballerine for that. We've got presentation night coming up, Mark, now, only, 4 weeks away?
Yeah, August the 23rd, Matty, and we'll have all the information coming out to you in the next day or so here. We're recording this Monday morning. Hopefully we get it out to Savo, actually, or maybe Tuesday at the latest. But, we're good to go. We're filming this in the view room, as you can probably see. And we're going to have limited space. That's going to be an issue here. We've got 120 players in the competition. If everyone turns up, we might only have space for a dozen or so, maybe tops, guests.
So as part of your entry into the event, there's no charge for you as a player to attend. So you still need to go through the process and book your ticket and just book yourself as a player. If you are unable to attend because you may be overseas or going away or you just don't want to listen to us talk shit, just let me know so we can allocate some more guest tickets for that, because I think there might be a few guests wanting to come along and we want to try and make sure we can get everyone to fit in.
Yeah, it'll be $60 a head for guests, but we need to know as soon as we can, please, on everyone who can and can't attend so that we can allocate those spaces.
Yeah. So it's always a great night. There's a bit of fun and laughter. We have the the All Portarlington team announced, the piss poor team. Just a reminder with that, you do need to play a minimum of 7 rounds to be eligible for that. I think we've got around 8 players that have only played the 6 games. So they will need to play this Saturday to
They're on the threshold.
make them to try and be eligible. And we do have a couple of players that have got no chance of making those teams that have not played enough. So, but anyway, it's a good night.
The first ever, Matty, the first ever Peter Solar Hub medal.
Correct, yes. So that's been earmarked there for the scuba. So we have the normie and we've got the scuba.
Yeah.
So that's for the best performed player in the grand final. So the highest scoring player in that. So that's a new one.
Love it.
This year.
Love it.
So
And the Drayton medal count, as we've said, we've got a few contenders this year.
yeah, I think it's going to be a good count.
It's going to be a cracking count. I'm putting a cross, strangely enough, through Boland.
Yes, I think that
hasn't done enough.
No, he hasn't now. Hasn't played enough games. He's made enough to qualify for the teams, but yes, from our video last week, the 3 people that we highlighted as former Drayton medalists, 2 of them are off us.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yanni hasn't mentioned it, so he's probably just happy with himself there, laying in that and letting himself go. But yeah, Bagman wasn't very impressed, and Maxi was.
He was filthy.
Yeah, he couldn't believe that we got hold of it.
The tentacles of the video.
Yes.
Oh, Matty, well done, well researched. I'm sorry that I couldn't contribute my normal manner, but
That's all right. You had better things to do on Saturday.
I did. Anyway, good luck for the final round of the Neville Richards Premier League season to everyone playing. Make sure you get along. And yes, we've got the Survivor match between the Warriors and the Crusaders, sort of a grand final of sorts on Saturday. So it's going to be all to play for. So many permutations. Even if his maths is wrong, which it never is, he's pretty sharp.
So just get out there on the course. The weather's going to be 6 degrees, pissing rain and lightning, but get out there. No, I haven't seen the long-range forecast, but no, last round, your chance to stamp yourself into the competition.
Nice. And promote more sentences from the big fella with the word stupidness in them.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. That's Neville Richards Premier League video for the week.
In all stupidness, see you later.